Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today I wanted to talk about an event that has happened in my life and something that, I'm kind of thinking about and going through. I used to work for the Shell gas station, my first job, and just last night there was a gentleman who worked the third shift the same as I did, and he ended up completing suicide. He hung himself in the bathroom. And, this brings up a lot of different thoughts and some things that I was thinking about that I think are, important insights, and I wanted to share with you guys. The first is that people who complete suicide usually are very depressed and they've lost hope. A really, really good way to lose hope is to stop growing. Is to stop working on yourself, is to stop changing. If you have goals that you're working toward, if you have a plan for your future, if you have a vision for what you want your life to be like, and you have a plan to attack that, to go at it, those things can give you hope. If you have people around you, if you have quality relationships, if you take the time out of your life to invest in those relationships, these things can help enhance your life and can help stave off or defeat or sometimes completely remove the thought of depression. When I was in that job, and even in the job I am now, I don't know if you can see, but I'm in an office building. It's nothing special, but it's a job that pays money. Like all jobs, if you have a job that doesn't pay money, you should evaluate that trade. But more importantly, I get paid, both by the value I bring to the hour, but also for the hour, for the amount of time I have to put in to give that value. And I want to say that I think it should be everyone's goal that when you're trading this time and when you're bringing this value, not to miss anything. Jim Rohn does an excellent speech about this, but the little things you miss. This guy who hung himself, I don't know all of his story. We worked in the same position for the same company, and he was there when I was there. But I didn't know this guy greatly. But I know that that company was not someplace that respected your time. They didn't respect what you had going on. They didn't say, take Thursday off for your daughter's recital, or take Friday off for the football game. Go sit with your family. Your grandmother's sick, just go. Don't worry about it. We'll get it taken care of. Find ways to set your life up in such a way where you don't miss anything. Don't miss the recitals. Don't miss the games. Don't miss the family dinners. Don't miss the happenings of life. Don't miss the first steps. Don't miss the new puppy. Don't miss those little things, because all of those little things over time add up. If just the big things mattered, once people got married, everyone would stay together, because that's the biggest thing in a relationship, right? It's the little things that add quality and value to your life. It's those little things that you don't want to miss. So while pursuing your dream and setting up your careers, just think about that. Think about how you're going to set it up so that you can keep the time and the flexibility to keep those little things for yourself, so that you can have a rich, wonderful life that doesn't lead to destruction, that doesn't lead to you losing things or stagnating. The last topic I kind of want to cover here is I thought about how long I had worked at that company. It was 3.5 years. And that's a long time. I mean, the average turnover there was 6 months, but I started to think about that measurement of time in general. And, this guy, he's not going to get all of these things done. He missed 20 or 30 years of his life. And then I started to think, is that measurement of time really accurate? Like, that 20 or 30 years, that seems like a lot longer than it really is. So, and there's another suggestion again by Jim Rohn, and he says, don't say you have 20 years left. Don't say you have 30 years left. Say, I only get to do this 20 more times. I can only go fishing 20 more times. I can only see the Christmas and have the Thanksgiving dinner 20 more times. I can only go and see, the falls. I can only go and do our family ritual 20 more times. Not, I can miss this year because I have 20 more years to see it. You don't have 20 more years. You have 20 more times to do something. Think of your favorite thing to do. What if you only had 20 more times to do that? How much would you treasure each one of those times? How much would you push that idea on yourself? How much would you have gratitude that you got to do that? So, in summing up that point, I want to say, look at what you're doing and how you're spending your time and how you're measuring it. Are you measuring it in years, or are you measuring it in moments and memories? If anybody has any questions or comments, please feel free to comment down this video. Many of you have my number. If you don't and you'd like to give me a call, I've been in mental health a long time, and this is definitely a good time to discuss things, when there's ideas, when it's fresh, when it can make an impact. So if you want my number, feel free to message me, and I'll more than happily give you a call. All right, goodbye.